To a brand new week. Today is Monday, the 27th of January 2025. Good morning, Mr. Janagon. So today is Monday, the 27th of January 2025, and this week we're ending the month of January. I tell you, this January has been so fast, really, really fast. So this week analysis will span for the week. That's from today, 27th, to Friday, the 31st of January. All right, so let's get started. So we start from the fundamentals as usual, then we'll go to the technical. So from the fundamental angle, we'll look at the Forex factory so that we gain insight into fundamental events, at least the key fundamental events that will be happening this week so that we can prepare ourselves ahead for those events. Like today, Monday, there are four events. There are four events today, though uh, we have medium impact, three medium impact events, and one high impact event. Okay, Joy Theophilus, gold signal given on Friday, eat profit over the night. That's a good one for you. Yeah, I saw it on my own platform too. Eat profit overnight. That's good. At least that's a good way to start the week. That's in response to Joy Theophilus. So Joy, that's a good one. All right. So like I said, there are three events today. Three medium impact and one high impact. The speeches are going to be out of it. We're not going to get ourselves bothered. Like 9:10 a.m. there will be European Central Bank President Lagarde will give a speech by 9:10 a.m. this morning. We just need to be careful about trading the euro at that time because mostly these kind of speeches are not really that easy to trade. So we just stay out of it. But we take caution with any euro trade. Then later tonight by 10:25 p.m., SNB chairman Schlegel will give a speech. If you're a day trader, you may likely not be in the market by that time. So the two other events is the German IFO business climate by 10 a.m. from the Eurozone, and by 4 p.m. we have the new home sales. Both of them are medium impact events, so much volatility is not really expected from them. So the core events, even tomorrow Tuesday, we don't really have much uh high impact events that are tradable. But on Wednesday is going to be a very, very busy day. Very, very busy because from 1:30 a.m. from 1:30 a.m. in the night, we have three events from Australia. That's the CPI quarterly, CPI yearly, and trimmed main CPI quarterly. That will take place 1:30 a.m. in the night. If you want to stay away to trade it, honestly, I tell you, it's more than worth it. I mean, you can put some dollars in your pocket. Why not? You can. Then later in the day by 3:15 p.m. Okay, let's leave out the 3:15 p.m. The important other event is the card by 3:45 p.m. on Wednesday. Well, we're going to have three events again from Canada. We have Bank of Canada monetary policy report, Bank of Canada rate statement, and overnight rate, which will be followed simultaneously by Bank of Canada press conference by 4:30 p.m. All right, so these are the major events on Wednesday. Then finally, we have the FOMC, the main FOMC, where we have the federal funds rate, FOMC statement, and FOMC press conference. So these are the major events of Wednesday. Wednesday is looking like the most busy day for this week, so we need to take note of that. Then on Thursday, the tradable event on Thursday by 2:15 p.m. we have main refinancing rate from the Eurozone, followed by monetary policy statements, two of them simultaneously. And by 2:30 p.m. there'll be advanced GDP quarterly, unemployment claims, and advanced GDP price index quarterly. These are tradable. And finally, on Friday, the tradable event on Friday is going to be uh, the 2:30 p.m. GDP from Canada and core PCE price index, unemployment cost index. These are the main events, just in the rundown for the week. So let's take note of these fundamental events as we plan ahead for the week. to trade them independently. But we'll guide you in each of the sessions, in each of the analysis sessions on how best, to trade them. Now, for this week, I'm going to flip over now to my technicals. So technically this week, I'll start with gold. Yeah, it's a good thing that the gold setup I gave on Friday eventually paid out. That's one thing about the market. Sometimes things may not happen exactly when you want it, and that really shows that we don't control the market. We only guide you, like I always say, based on our knowledge and experience. Now, I'll still look at the gold this week, and more volatility is actually expected on gold this week. Now, this is gold on the weekly time frame. You can clearly see that last week closed as at a resistance level on the weekly time frame, and technically we're looking at the pattern forming, which may look like it's trying to form a double top. It's looking like price is trying to form a double top pattern, which is looking like a letter M. Double top is letter M. So it's trying to form a double top on the weekly time frame. And if we go to the daily, we can see that the candle that closed last week, we're already having a kind of a reversal candle pattern that looks like a tweezer top. Though today is yet to be over because anything can still happen in the course of today, but that's what I'm seeing right here. You will trade what we see, and we go down to the 4 hour time frame. Now, on the 4 hour, now, even though it looks like, yeah, the setup that I gave the signal, everything worked fine, but I'm perceiving there might be some kind of a retracement on gold before we have a continuation. A retracement is the temporary movement of price against the established trend. I'm thinking now that price may come to this neckline region, as it's now trying to form what will look like a head and shoulder, shoulder, head, second shoulder, and a final drop. But then the focus is going to be the sell part of it, which will be when price breaks below this neckline region. That's where our focus is going to be on. So we're going to put our eyes closely on this in the course of the week, to see how this evolves. If price is able to break that neckline region, and currently RSI is at 51, it's very, very close to 50. If price breaks below that, as in if it completes this second shoulder and it breaks that neckline region, then we're going to have a massive free fall of price on gold. So but let's just put our eyes closely on this, and if this works out as I'm anticipating, you can see the entry region is just very, very it's exactly on Fibonacci 38.2. That's the lower part of that neckline, and from Fibonacci 3.2 to Fibonacci 50 can give as much as 142 pips, to Fibonacci 61.6 can give about 300 pips, and 70.6 can give about 500 pips. So we have some massive opportunity ahead of us this week on gold, but it requires patience. This market requires patience. You don't just enter into it anyhow out of emotions. You need patience. So we have a bearish outlook on gold for this week. And if you want to look at it also, let me confirm with something here. Yeah, the dollar index too seems to be trading around the previous resistance turn support. So that's really a confirmation. So we're expecting the breakout on gold this week. But like I said, it will require a lot of patience. It doesn't mean we jump into it now. It's a weekly setup. So let's put our eyes on a bearish outlook on gold. Now on AUD USD, and that's the one I'm looking at next. On 1 hour, I'll be looking at a bearish breakout on AUD USD. Even though this setup, honestly, most of these dollar pairs, as we approach February, there's going to be a massive long-term movement. across the major currencies, as in movement that can give 500 to 1000 pips and above in February, March, thereabouts. But for now, let's just still watch them because for AUDSD, you can see here clearly on the monthly price is already trying to, price already hit a support. We're expecting a long-term bullish movement. But before that bullish movement, it will still likely sell this week, even if it's not going to be much. It's going to have some bearish movement. And how do I know about that? This is still the monthly time frame. You can see that there is a support on the monthly, and this is where price is at the moment. So price is trending up to hit this support on resistance, and it may come down. It may not necessarily touch the major support which I just showed you. It may not, but we're expecting a decline. So if you go down to the weekly, go down to the daily, can see that price is just around that support turned resistance which we saw on the monthly time frame, and that is exactly this region here. That is it. So we have a support turned resistance there. So on 1 hour, we'll be looking at an opportunity to sell the AUD USD. You can see it's already pointing downwards, but that doesn't mean it's time to sell yet. So we have our rising wedge. Okay, our RSI is clearly below 50, and even MACD has crossed below zero. All right, so I think this guy is very much in the mood. But then let's still see price. Let's filter further. Let price break below this support. So we watch it closely. Whenever price breaks out this minor support, breaks out below this minor support zone, then it will be a time to trigger a sell on the AUD USD, and we can target. I'll check these two Fibonacci levels and pick whichever one is applicable. Okay, Fibonacci 38.2 and Fibonacci 50. 20 pips to Fibonacci 38.2 and 42 pips to Fibonacci 50. Okay, we may look at both of them. Uh, I'll I'll let you know my decision on them, but we're bearish on the AUD USD for today. This is a intraday setup, so this is expected to trigger in the course of today. Also, we're looking at the AUD card. This one is actually a very perfect one. It's very easier to just know that we're expecting a sell on this. Now for the AUD card on the daily time frame, you can see that last week price closed on a resistance level on the daily time frame. Also, there is a descending trend line. I tell you that this one is a high probability setup. We have a resistance and a descending trend line. So technically, we're looking for an opportunity to sell AUD card. So we're going to be having on 1 hour. You can see it's pointing down. I think I will just go more with this one. This is much more of a higher probability. So be expected to trade when price breaks out below that support. So I'll be looking at let's look at entry at Fibonacci 23.6 and possibly target Fibonacci 38.2, and that should give About 30 pips. All right. I'll drop a signal on this one as we round up the session this morning. So let's move. So we're bearish on AED USD AED card, then Euro card. Um, okay, since we have AED card, should we still go with Euro card? Let's check. For Euro card on the weekly time frame, daily. Okay, on the daily time frame, price closed at a resistance level last Friday. All right, so we have a resistance. All right, so we're expecting a sell on Eurocard. We'll update you on this as it evolves. And finally, I'll be looking at the New Zealand JPY. Now, in New Zealand JPY, we started from the daily time frame, and from the daily time frame, we can clearly see that price, closed at a resistance zone on Friday. This is a complete resistance zone. All right. So if we zoom down to 4 hour, 1 hour. Now this one might require some patience, but I believe there's going to be a sell on it, possibly in the course of today. So this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a rising wedge, and on one angle, I'm seeing this as trying to form a shoulder, a head, a second shoulder, and possibly a breakout. Currently price is trying to retest the trend line. You can see it's forming a rejection candle around here. But either way it goes, anytime price breaks out below the neckline region, which is this support zone here, whether it forms a shoulder or not, you can see there's a previous resistance here, resistance, turn, support. So anytime price breaks out below this zone, we will see a sell on New Zealand JPY, whether it forms the head and shoulder or not. That's my submission on this. So I have a bearish outlook on the New Zealand JPY. All right, so that'll be all from me this morning. I've analyzed four instruments. We're bearish on gold for the week. It's a swing setup. It still requires a lot of patience. For those whose trade triggered overnight, congratulations to you. You can still pick more pips this week as gold, breaks out further on the 4 hour time frame. Then we're looking at selling AED USD on 1 hour. AED card, we're selling it on 1 hour. We're also selling Euro card on 1 hour, and we're selling New Zealand JPY on 1 hour. So, like I said, I'll give you a signal for uh AUD card now. So I'll drop a signal on it now. So let's go to AUD card. So we're going to be doing a sell stop on AUD card. AUD card sell stop at 0.90182. take profit at 0.89879 and stop loss. Okay, so stop loss at 0.90373. So I'll drop that in the comment section right now. You can pick it. Then I'll drop it in the funded group. Just in a second, let me quickly drop it in the funded group. All right, so I've dropped it in the funded group. So in the next few minutes, I'll take questions, requests, and we'll round up the session. Okay, I can see here Equa Ambassador. Okay, let's start with Solomon. Please help check BTC. I intend to buy at 98,950. All right, before you start talking about buying at 98,950, what informed that decision? Like I always say, there should be a reason why you want to buy or sell a financial asset, you know. So it must have valid reasons, not just one, multiple reasons, minimum of three, like I always teach. You want to buy at 98,000. Well, I gave my view on BTC last week, and I remember clearly saying that except there's a change in the market, I'm seeing BTC selling for now. And you can see this is the daily time frame. I remember clearly telling us last week that it was trying to form a head and shoulder pattern, even though it didn't form it exactly. But like I always tell us, those things are just a guide. The most important thing is the direction. It was trying to do a head and shoulder and drop, but it didn't do that last week. Currently, what we're seeing is that price, that same neckline region I gave last week, that is where price is. So if a new candle opens below this current support level, now, even though that head and shoulder did not form on the 4 hour like I anticipated, it actually formed on the daily. This is the daily time frame, shoulder, head, second shoulder, and the guy is facing down. And if this is today's candle alone, man, this is massive. This is today's candle. Today alone, it has dropped from over 100 and let's check, from 104,000 to 99,000. Well, it all depends. It all depends on how the market chooses to move. Honestly, I can't tell you whether it's going to buy now or even sell because you have to be very careful. I want to be sure of what the market is doing. But what I know is that if a new, from a technical perspective, yeah, I'll be clear on that. From a technical perspective, if price, if a new candle opens below this current support zone, price may continue. But the little concern now is that it has moved so much overnight. You see, each of these financial assets have that average, what we call the average daily range. So possibly if it has moved its daily range, maybe it may reverse. I can't really say, and I really don't know what's driving it today. I've not checked online for some of the detailed fundamentals for BTC. Yeah, I understand that we have a long-term bull run and stuff like that, but that does not mean that price will just keep buying. It will still do higher highs and higher lows. All right, see this RSI. RSI is at 31. 30 is oversold. It's very close to oversold. Let's just watch and see. Let's watch and see. But if there's a break below this level, at least it may sell a little before a reversal happens. So I will advise you just stay out for now. That's just the best advice I can give you. As per that, buying at 98,000 for now, I can't validate that. If there's a valid setup to confirm that, well, or if there's any valid bullish setup later, we'll let you know. Okay, I think this is what okay, maybe you watch it from somewhere. Yeah, this is 98,000. Okay, let's see. Possibly, let's look at Fibonacci levels. If there's going to be a corresponding Fibonacci 61.8 is at 97,000, and Fibonacci 50, which where price is at the moment, is actually 99,000. Actually, there's going to be a reversal. Fibonacci 50 might be it. So let's just watch. That means price is currently at a very, very critical level. It's finding support at Fibonacci 50. If it breaks out below 50, I tell you that technically, except there's a change, it may target this support before finally reversing. And that's the analysis I gave last week. But at the moment, let's just watch and see. If there's an update, we'll let you know. So I can't give any direct answer to your question for now. All right. Um, Euro JPY, Euro USD, Hello, Victor. Euro JPY. This is Euro JPY on the daily time frame, and you can see that price is trading within a symmetrical triangle. On the upper side, on the upper part, we have a kind of a resistance level here. Now, technically, if price cannot break out upwards, if you can see a move upward, then we expect a reversal downwards. That's what we expect from that trend line. And even with the corresponding resistance, we may be looking for an opportunity to sell the Euro JPY. And that's why the JPY pairs might be looking bearish on the 1 hour. So just like I have a bearish setup for New Zealand JPY, it looks like that's what we're having for Euro JPY. Again, it's also trying to form a shoulder, a head, a second shoulder, and a dropper. Like I said for New Zealand JPY, if it does not, it's not mandatory, it must be a head and shoulder, but the main thing we're looking out for is an opportunity to sell. So we have a support, a resistance on support, just like we have on the New Zealand JPY. Once a new candle breaks below this level, we'll look for an opportunity to sell. So I have, excuse me. So we're looking for an opportunity to sell the Euro JPY. So that person should just watch out, for a breakout on 1 hour below this support level to trigger a sell on the Euro JPY. Euro USD. Now, like I said, the major pairs are getting set for some massive long-term movement. For Euro USD, um, I'm coming. I'm not seeing a clear resistance. I'm not seeing a clear resistance, so I'll be very careful with Euro USD for now. If in the course of the day we see some, movement, we'll let you know. But it may sell before buying. It's getting ready for a long-term buy, but we might be seeing some retracement this week. But at the moment, I'm not seeing any clarity as to when it's going to sell. So let's just move on from that. USDCHF, the dollar pairs are just like that this week, at least from what I'm seeing. You can see a bullish candle going up. This is a really, really a wrong thing. So please don't look at USDCHF for now. It's not giving us clarity on what to do or how to analyze it. GBP USD. Generally, the dollar pairs are not giving us some clarity. For GBP USD is one of the pairs that I'm saying that as we enter February, get ready for a massive long-term bullish movement. You know, get ready for a long-term massive bullish movement. See, this is the monthly time frame, and you can see this month will likely close as a rejection candle, and they call it support on two zones, on the upper and the lower zone. On the daily, thing is that last week is not. I'm not seeing a clarity for a trade now, though it may sell, but I'm not seeing any clarity for a signal now. If it cannot break this level, yes, there's a possibility it may sell. We may see it sell this week, but like I said, for now, price may hit this resistance, then drop, then get ready for that massive one by next week. So that's what will likely happen to GPUSD. It may come up to hit this resistance, retrace, then towards the end of the week, it gets set for the long term massive breakout. All right, that's going to be all from my end this morning. I've dropped a signal on AED card. Please trade it with caution. It's very important. Use proper risk management. And for those who want to join our physical training, there's some adjustments that has been made starting from next week, at least in the Lagos office. We're going to be having the training compressed into 2 weeks, starting on Monday, next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if you want to join physical training in Lagos, please make sure you attend at those specific days going forward from the month of February. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday by 11 a.m. I will complete the curriculum within 2 weeks. I'm telling you, 2 weeks. You don't need to stay like a month anymore. Within 2 weeks, we're going to complete the training curriculum. Same thing applies to Abuja, but from the information I gathered, Abuja training will be twice in a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And don't forget to join us this Friday for our crack the codes on how to trade stocks and indices, sorry, stocks and commodities. We're going to be teaching you live how to trade stocks, international stocks or companies, Facebook, Amazon, and the likes, and also commodities, crude oil, gold, and other assets like that. Word of Oweri, we are coming to Oweri. So, Mr. Victor, just exercise patience. We are coming to Oweri. All right, that'll be ends for today's money analysis. Take care, have a great day, and a blessed week ahead. Bye bye. All right, Paul Obasi. Address for Lagos is 54B Adeniyi Jones Avenue, Lagos Executive Business Lounge, 54B Adeniyi Jones Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos. That's the address of the Lagos office. When are you coming to PH? Sometime this year. We're really moving around the nation, so we'll come around very soon, already PH and those other cities. But you can start by doing the groundwork for us. So if you want us to come to your city, become a partner, start some activity around your environment. That makes it a lot easier for us, to come and have our presence in your city. So, we're partners in this, we're partners in progress. Start by becoming a partner, reach out to your account manager, let them register you as an IB, start referring people. It makes it a lot easier when we have people on ground, so that when we come, we have people to work with. All right, that will be the end for today's session. Take care and have a great day ahead. Bye bye.